Okay, so I've made a video before on fame farming, but it used the primitive technique, the easy one that doesn't abuse the way the players work. And honestly, in an MMO, if you don't abuse the way the player base works, you're not playing it right, because an MMO is all about the player base. So this is another way to fame farm. It is much, much more effective. And it's also fairly easy. The only problem is if everyone does it, it doesn't work, but luckily some people also use, like, you'll see. People actually keep oops, wrong character. Anyways, people keep it alive using an effective technique. So the first thing you want to do, though, is go to the main area here, change your server from whatever you usually play on. So I usually play on US East 2. Change it to EU West 2. This one here. Because it's the one that has all the people in the fame train, usually. So you go to that, and then you create a new character. Now, you have a few choices, but you really want a character with Pierce. So Archer, Huntress, Ninja, or Rogue if you happen to have Bone Dagger. And it doesn't matter what gear you have for the character, because you won't be wearing any gear. That's right. So I think I'm going to do a Ninja. I kind of like Ninja. It doesn't really matter also because you don't use your ability at all. You still want your mundane ability. But you will be keeping your weapon. So first thing you want to do is toss your basic star because you don't need it, and to take off your weapon because you don't want to use it. Okay, and then right away, without further ado, I'll also drop your potion because you don't want to accidentally drink it. And you should set in your options, potion purchases, set it to off so you don't accidentally buy one either. And now you want to find whichever server is on this server, whichever realm is full. So this one's pretty full. It probably has what's called the fame train. And you'll see it on the minimap really easily. See, like, you can see this. That there, that's the fame train. So what you do is you want to get yourself into that, and look at this. There's just people everywhere. Now, only about half of these people are actually doing anything. The other half are just fame farming the exact same way I am. The exact same way you will be. It tends to be laggier. Like you saw that little rubber band, just because there's so many people and so many particles in such a small area, so it can lag out weak computers, but it is by far the fastest way to get fame. So what you're going to do is you're going to sit in this group, dodging any attacks that come your way, and most attacks you won't need to worry about because people will tank them, but if you know about constructs, their attacks pierce, so you can't just avoid them. So you kind of, like, you can't just, assume someone's going to tank them for you. So those ones you actually have to be careful of dodging. It's very hard with all these particles to dodge, but you can do it. It takes a bit of practice, but it's not that hard. And you just want to stay in the fame train. You see, I'm already level 2, almost level 3, and I've only been here a few seconds, and I haven't done anything. I haven't shot, haven't used an ability, I haven't killed anything. So that's what you want to do. This is sort of how you want to be living. And you're going to do this until you get 225 fame. Yeah, it's a lot of fame, but it's not very difficult to get that much fame. And I think I'm going to speed through to the point where I have that much fame. So yeah, speedy time. You do not want to go to any Oryx castles. They're basically just a waste of your time. Note that it also does get easier as time goes on, because the higher your level, the more health cap you have, and that significantly helps. Another thing to note is that sometimes, especially shortly after a realm close, shortly after a server reset or a realm close, it may be hard to find a fame train, or there may not be a fame train at all. If that's the case, just wait an hour. It'll be there somewhere. And note that this is not something that was built into the game. This is entirely player run, and this is really where the power of MMOs shines through. You can see how without a huge community base like this, I couldn't do this. So it's just a neat little thing where players just come together and create these things, and something like this exists in most MMOs, and it's just really kind of neat to see. Another thing to note is that you can actually wear armor if you want, but just beware, you could actually die, and it's not that difficult even without armor. So in my opinion, it's not worth it, but you could use it, and actually all throughout this tutorial you can also, when I say just use your T1 item, or T0 item, you can always substitute a better item and then just put it back in your vault afterwards. But with a bit of skill, it doesn't, it's just not necessary. And you can see that you do indeed level rather quickly and get fame rather quickly. The thing I forgot to note and I forgot to do is if you have a healing pet, it can be very helpful to put it on, so you can be healed while you go, but because there's so many people, often there's also a priest or a paladin or two that'll just keep popping heals if needed. But yeah, healing pet would indeed help. And in fact, a pet with some damaging can help you take part in the fame earning part of the fame chain, which is an essential part of keeping it alive. Okay, so now that I have 225, I'm going to the Nexus. So I've got the maximum fame you can get without a fame debuff. So basically what happens is, the way they calculate fame is until you have 225 fame, each fame is, I think, 500 experience. Once you hit 225, each fame is 2,000 experience. You can see it's very beneficial to stop at this point. So now you want to type /tutorial into the chat. And just like last time, you're going to buff up your accuracy using a bow. But here's the key, is you can actually get 200% accuracy by doing something I'm going to show you right now. And you need that because later on you're going to lose a bit. So anyways, it's okay that I'm taking 5 damage because I've got enough vitality at level 20 to survive it. Now I'm just going to go right here, push my key, which is I, which will give me continuous shooting. And now I can literally just get up and go away. Like, I'm now not watching my computer screen. And you can sit here for 20 minutes or so before it kicks you. And at that point you can just get back in and do it again. I usually do it for 20, 25 minutes before coming back. So, luckily you don't need to wait through that. I do, you don't. So I'm just going to skip ahead to later when I'm done accuracy farming. Okay, so I'm back. Now, I sort of forgot to mention that the key to getting 200 fame is to get here and you can see I can shoot both towers at once, because you see they both give particle effects, one right there and one like on top of me, and that's when you get 200 fame. So now that you've done that, you can get out of the weird server, the European Union West 2, sorry. You can get out of that and go back to whatever you usually go to. And you can get back on. Now, if you have some weak gear in your vault, it might be worth putting some on. You don't actually need it. It is actually fairly easy to kill one god with default bow and no equipment, but it's just a whole hell of a lot easier with better stuff. But the issue with using better stuff is you do lose some of that accuracy you just farmed for. So it's often worth putting on like a better armor, better ring and stuff to get done quicker. But a 3-shot bow, for example, would lose me some accuracy, so it's often considered just straight up not worth it, because it's not necessary. But after all that fame farming, it doesn't matter, so I'm going to put it on anyways, okay? But you still don't want an ability, you still don't want any potions, you still don't want any of that, but you can just do this. Now you want to go into an empty-ish place, because you don't want people getting in your way, and you just want to solo kill one god. Just to be safe, I don't think djinns count as gods. And I don't think sprite minions do either. So you want to go somewhere near the edge of the Godlands. So this is probably near the edge of the... Oh, shoot, this is not near the edge of the Godlands. This is Nooblands. You want to go near the edge of the Godlands, which maybe this guy might be near the edge of the Godlands. Yeah, this guy's in the Godlands. You want to fight one god. Medusas are definitely gods. So you'll fight one god carefully, without dying, with your good stuff. You kill one god, you get out of there with your gear, which I almost died, but it's okay. Now you want to go put back your stuff, and now you're done! Which means it's time to earn your fame. Which means after all that hard work, guess what you get to do? You get to kill your character! How exciting! Aren't you so psyched to kill your character? Oh, it's so much fun. So yeah, now you just go back to any realm whatsoever with your 225 fame, maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less. I suggest a bit more, but whatever. You're going to get tons of fame bonuses because you're going to go, you're going to find anything, and insta-dead. Bump, bump. Uh-oh. Okay, hopefully the character is dead, and you just won't get to see my fame bonuses, which kind of sucks. That usually doesn't happen. Usually you just die, you get to see your fame bonuses, and you earn like 600, 700 fame. I'm not sure why I didn't. I just know that I didn't. And I'm now going to reload it. See what happens. That was unexpected, actually. Let's just see. Is he actually dead? He is actually dead, and I did get a fair amount of fame off of him. I didn't get to see the actual fame, but the bonuses that I got were like Thirsty I got, because I never drank a potion. I got Mundane, because I never used my ability. I got a huge accuracy boost, because I had such high accuracy. I had like Slayer of the Gods or whatever, because like over 50% of my kills were gods, because 100% of my kills were gods. And I could even get more if I had my guild help me. I could get a couple more bonuses from having them like run me through dungeons and stuff. But that's all there is to it, and it's actually very easy and it's very worthwhile because fame is very useful for feeding pets and such, and that's how you get a good pet. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.